Hey y'all, if are you depressed? Are you feeling bad? Are you not feeling that motivation that you once had at the beginning of the year? Or maybe that motivation has been gone for a few months now. Winter is for rest. It is not for making goals and doing all this and that. It is a time of rest. And I'm about to get into it. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I do and all this and that. So let's get into it. My first point on this video is that everything dies in winter. And I was introduced to this idea or this way of thinking through TikTok, and this creator was just like, everything dies in the winter, like plants aren't flourishing, all this and that. So why do you think you should be doing the same thing? Animals out here hibernating, all this and that. What makes you think, human. You know what, humans can do anything. I can start my business up in the middle of January. Even though I haven't been planning, I just started on New Year's Day. Let's hit the ground running and let's just start this stuff up. And for some people that works. And for other people like me and possibly you that's watching this video, that doesn't work. It don't work at all. But that was hopefully that kind of gets you into the realm of thinking winter time is the time of death. I know with the New Year's being in January and December, it is seen as a new beginning and a fresh start and when you're supposed to be starting. But I personally don't feel like we should start starting anything till springtime. Everything, we are no different than the world around us. If the world around us is doing bad and sick and all that, what makes you think that's not going to transfer to us? We're living in this earth, we're living in this world, and we get our living and source from the earth. We and the earth go hand in hand. We sisters, we stick together, all that. But yeah, everything dies in the winter. So that's my first point on why in the winter you should rest. Number two is seasonal. My second point is seasonal depression. Now, I especially started to feel the burn of seasonal depression, even though it's cold outside. I started to feel the burn of seasonal depression, especially in college. And I would just notice around this time a lot of times I was experiencing a lot of FOMO. And a lot of that is just some of my own traumas and insecurities and stuff, but I was experiencing FOMO, seeing people out and doing things and just be up in my, a little recluse in my apartment, just sad, not going anywhere, not doing anything, just going to class, going home, going to work, going home, that whole thing. And I would notice for my passions, I would lose interest in them. I wouldn't want to sew or anything, even though I was just kind of picking it up. I wouldn't want to sew, I wouldn't want to paint or nothing. I wouldn't want to do nothing creative when I'm a very creative person. So if Chris isn't being creative, something is wrong with Chris. And a lot of times around this time I get a little in a funk. And if you're not prepared for that funk and you don't know what the funk is, a lot of times you can become very subject to it, and you can experience some of your darkest times in the winter time. And that personally was my story. I had my worst depressive state that I've ever been in, and it was in February, it was during the winter time. And I just remember just feeling so hopeless. I was just so sad, so depressed. I would be up all times of night. My circadian rhythm, or whatever you call it, my sleep schedule was off. Everything was just off. I would stay up till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Got class at 8 in the morning. And staying up till 3, 4 in the morning. Going outside in the middle of the night to take walks. I wasn't all the way here. And after that though, and after I had suicidal thoughts and all that, from that I started to realize like the patterns and how kind of depression works, and when I'm falling into a depressive state, and like sometimes how to feel my feelings. And then like kind of one day I gotta start to move a little bit. But for somebody that don't know what's hitting them and don't know what's going on, their apartment is going to get really messy. Their house may happen. Their house may get very messy. They may not keep up with themselves as much. I know I experienced that. Like I wasn't wanting to do my hair. I wouldn't want to do none of that. And all of that is because I feel in the wintertime you're supposed to be resting. This is a time of rest and hibernation. And so me trying to keep up with a very extremely busy schedule, I already got ADHD, had undiagnosed ADHD back then, trying to be neurotypical, and it's wintertime, and I'm experiencing seasonal depression. It just was a recipe for disaster, basically. And so that's why I feel like just take your time in the wintertime. I think that's like one of the main things, like take your time and give yourself grace, because it's not the same as the summertime. And it's not even just because of the weather, it's just everything about it. We have a lot more overcast days during the wintertime where we're not getting sunlight. Sunlight gives us vitamin D. Vitamin D is very essential for our mood and stuff. And that was another thing with my depression. I had a vitamin D deficiency. So vitamin D can play a very big role in your mental health, and like the vitamins that you're getting. If you're not getting everything, all the nutrients that you need, like you may be nourished, but you may not be like like nourished enough, like in terms of like your vitamins every day and stuff. And so I take a vitamin D supplement now, and I suggest everybody go and get some blood work done and see like what vitamins you may be deficient in, or maybe even if you're having toxicities and some stuff. You never know. But like really take care of your mental health during this time, in the winter time, and just give yourself a bit more grace, and don't be so hard on yourself. At least not yet, My third point is New Year's resolutions. I kind of already touched on this, but I, of course, tell myself in the back of my head now, like I used to set resolutions, and of course I didn't keep up with them, especially with me being neurodivergent and just not sticking to certain stuff. I would have this big burst of motivation and stuff at the end of the year, like because just this excitement for this new year, and it's like a fresh, clean slate, and it's like we're going into something new, so I can become a new person and do all this and that. And so with that, I would make all these goals, all these resolutions that were very much so not attainable and not realistic. And I wouldn't even beat myself up for not making them. For not being able to meet them, I just naturally wouldn't beat them because they were just so strict or whatever that I couldn't be. Like I had one where I was like a while back where I was like, I'm gonna drink a gallon of water, or not even a gallon, but like half a gallon to a gallon of water every single day. And I had like marks and stuff on there to check my statuses with 3 months, 6 months, however many weeks, whatever. And it just wasn't, I lost it. I literally lost the whole sheet of paper and forgot about it. And I didn't find it until the end of that same year. So it's just like, slow down on New Year's resolutions. Know that you want to make changes for yourself. And if they're easy, simple changes and changes that you need to make now for your health or whatever, or for your career, make them. But don't make any big decisions and big movements in the wintertime. Just kind of keep it cool, keep your head down a little bit, and just work on yourself, or work on whatever you need to work on. Do some shadow work during this time. Do all of that during the winter time, and just rest. Make sure, like really make sure you're getting your sleep. One, but two, also making sure that you're taking time out of your day to just either meditate, eat you a bowl of fruit, eat you some chips, eat you whatever, and watch you a TV episode every at least once a week, or maybe 2-3 times a week. Have something where you can just escape from it all, and just do that at least a few times a week or one time a week. And just, don't push yourself so much. And I feel like with hustle culture, which is my fourth point, I feel like we always feel like we have to hustle. We always feel like we have to be on top of our game, always out here trying to get money, chasing the bag, all that. And for somebody like me that was already like undiagnosed with my ADHD and stuff, and like trying to be in the survival mindset, that just it didn't work. I got burnt out really quickly. Like I was already trying to, recover from my burnout that I had in college. And so me trying to go right back into it and it worked for a week or two, a week and a half, and then I fell off because it wasn't sustainable. And I know some people out here, y'all can hustle till the day y'all die, and y'all can be good at it. Y'all can make however much money every single day, and da 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 da. And you got this going on. You can do that, but for everybody, that's not amicable. I know for me, that's not amicable, and you shouldn't feel bad that that's not amicable for you. And we shouldn't live in a society where we're having to do all these different hustles and stuff just to survive or just to make enough money. So just like, hustle culture, get that out of your head space. Do the things that you know are on your heart and the things that God and Spirit is guiding you towards, or whatever you feel moved towards. Work on those things. Don't everybody else what they doing, that's gonna work for them. I have tried to go those pathways and it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. Everything doesn't work for everybody. Just like this video, this information I'm giving and advice I'm giving, it may not work for you, but it'll work for somebody, especially people like me that would love a video like this in the middle of the winter time and you're in your season of depression and you're wondering why your room's so messy and you're wondering why you can't get up and you're wondering why you don't want to go to class. Number 5, again, rest. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Try not to get dehydrated. That's a really big one. Just rest. Just rest. And I know for me, I'm someone who can rest, but then my mind is going 10 times and 200 miles per hour while I'm resting or just sitting down or watching TV. I'm stressing myself out still, not even in the stressful situation, because usually when I'm procrastinating, that's when I stress myself out even more. I'm just thinking about the thing that I need to be doing, not doing the thing, but constantly stressing myself out about the thing. And then when I finally get to the thing, it's not even that bad, or I'll wait too long and then I'm at the very last second and then I'm stressing myself out even more to squeeze it out, and then I get it done, but it's just like, why did I have to put myself through all of that? Just like try to find ways to truly rest. I know me with meditation, when I got my spiritual journey kind of out of that depressive state that I was in, that was probably back in 2021. That's when it was the worst one. Meditation really helped me with, I didn't necessarily understand meditation because my mind is already like da 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 da. So they say now to just like let your thoughts flow and whatever. That's kind of what meditation can be now. And I have experienced the benefits of that. But back then, I thought meditation was clearing your mind, like not thinking about nothing and just like getting like deep into yourself. I would get into my body. It was more of a body meditation than a mind meditation. So I was really getting into my body and being in the moment. But, now I try to practice where it's just like, then my thoughts just flow and stuff. And I used to feel like with me being a neurodivergent and stuff, that would be hard because I'm already having thoughts before I lay down. And me laying down, not gonna make it any better. It's just gonna keep going down. I'm gonna start having impulsive thoughts. I'm gonna think it's a spirit standing over me or something. A spider's about to crawl up on me and I can't see it because my eyes closed and messing up my breathing and stuff. But I feel like, for me personally, with me trying to do the one where I'm trying to clear my mind, it kind of prepared me and helped me to be able to lay there for that amount of time and just really rest. And I feel like that's a really good thing. And naps as well. I know naps are like a nap roulette for me. I can't do it because I would end up taking a 4-hour sleep. So meditation is more of a better thing for me in the middle of the day. Whether it's like, I try to do like 30 minutes to an hour, but more so 30 minutes because an hour in the middle of the day is going to turn into that sleep that I was talking about. So like just something where you're just breathing. Breath work is really important and it really helps, especially when you're in stressful situations, and you can just go like, just take the time to do that. And then if you can really just sit down and just breathe, take a few deep breaths in, like that's that can really go a long way with getting through your days, especially in a harder season like the winter time. Number 6, give yourself grace and just please go easy on yourself. Like, everything I gotta get done today, it's gonna get done eventually. But, and I'll just go off into my last point, which is just prepare for the spring. If you know you're not where you want to be right now, take this. You don't necessarily have to take the physical steps right now, but plan ahead for the spring, and don't plan where you just boggle everything for the spring. Like, start to set certain stuff up. If you, like, for me, I know I got a fashion line I'm trying to come out with, but a little bit before the spring, but by the spring, and like I'm working out the designs slowly but surely. I'm looking at watching my fashion documentaries, like doing my fashion school stuff, but also working on this line, figured out how I want it to be, and just taking my time with that and giving myself grace with it, and knowing that it doesn't all have to be done in a week. And I know some people can do that, but there's not, for me right now, I'm not that fast. And I take my time with my work, and so I like it to be a certain way. And I'm working on my perfectionism, because that's another part that plays into that. But yeah, prepare for the spring. Get your affairs in order, if you will. If you know you in a job right now that you want to leave, prepare. Start job searching. Slowly get working on your resume. Not stress yourself out about it, but knowing by the springtime a change needs to happen and you need to transform. You need to get up on your new vibe. Prepare. And just overall, winter is for resting. It is not for trying to do this, that, the other, trying to start these big old workout goals. Which for me, I have been going to the gym more and just working on that kind of stuff. But, yeah, don't make any big movements during the winter. Wait till the spring and the summer for that. And when you get to that time, try to really work it out and really try to push yourself, because that is prime time to get stuff done. So yeah, that's all. See you later. Thanks for joining me again. See you soon. Hope you have fun. You like my moves? I like them too. Thanks. Have a good one.